Alright guys, Mark Boy 316 here with another video, and today's gonna be the Unforgiven 2006 review. Cool cover, John Cena with the word Unforgiven over here. The back's better though, I like the back better. That's pretty cool. This pay-per-view was actually pretty damn good. As you see, comes with the calendar of 0506 pay-per-views. That's pretty cool. On demand here. It does come with the insert. The back of it's the same as the cover. But the first match we have on here is Johnny Nitro and Jeff Hardy. And this was a good match for the IC title. Johnny Nitro's the IC champ going in. And this was a good match. At the start of it was kind of technical, and Johnny Nitro working on Jeff Hardy's leg. And at some point, John Morrison or Johnny Nitro goes on to the top rope, tries to corkscrew moonsault, but nobody home. At one point, Jeff Hardy throws Nitro into Melina, who causes Melina to take a fall off the apron. When Jeff Hardy hits the Whisper in the wind for a near fall, he goes with the double leg pin on Nitro for another near fall. And Jeff at one point hits the Swanton Bomb, but gets a 1-2, and Morrison gets his foot on the rope to stop the pin. I keep calling Morrison, it's Johnny Nitro. But a good opening match. Nitro ends up winning when Melina is on the floor and nails Jeff Hardy with his shoe, and Morrison crawls over, Nitro crawls over and covers him for the 1, 2, 3. So a good match to open the contest. Johnny Nitro is still your Intercontinental Champion. Some good stuff. Then we have the Kane versus Umaga, and at this point Umaga's been undefeated for 5 months, and this was a hard-hitting match, but not the greatest. It ends in a double count out. Like, why are you protecting Kane? You could have had Umaga get a huge win on pay-per-view and remain undefeated and beat somebody like Kane. Would have been huge. It was a double count out finish. Umaga goes for the diving headbutt off the middle rope and misses. Kane hits his top rope clothesline, and then they both go over the top rope to the floor, and they keep brawling all the way to the back, and double count out. So the match was what it was. You could have had this match on a Raw, or you could have had at least Umaga get a huge win on pay-per-view against Kane. So not the greatest match. Then we had the crap match of the night. The Spirit Squad, which I think was Kenny and Mikey, defending against the Highlanders, Rory and Robbie, I think. And just a bad match. Spirit Squad ends up getting the win after just a X Factor, basically. So not even a high impact move. Spirit Squad retains. Skip this match. This was just a crap match. Then we have DX versus the McMahons and the Big Show in the Hell in a Cell. Brutal, bloody, Hell in a Cell. 2 out of 3 fall. 2 on 3 handicap. Hell in a Cell. Bloody match. All 5 men at one point bled in this match, and they end up shoving McMahon's head into Big Show's butt, and then he gets nailed with a super kick and the sledgehammer shot. Breaks the sledgehammer right over his back. But some other spots in the Hell in a Cell is everybody at some point eats the steel, gets thrown into the steel, and Big Show dominates DX for a while. The McMahons just usually do punches and kicks, but Shane nails a great kick coast to coast in the match, and DX ends up winning, like I said, with the sledgehammer and the sweet chin music. A great match. Go check it out. Then we got Lita defending the women's title against Trish, and this was Trish Stratus' last match. This pay-per-view, by the way, is on September 17, 2005. September 17, 2006 from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and this is Lita defending the women's title against Trish Stratus, and this would be Trish's last pay-per-view match for about 10 years. I think it's 2016 or 2017 SummerSlam, or even 2018 SummerSlam. She came back and fought Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam, but Yeah, this will be Trish Stratus' last match, and this was a good match. Hurricanranas, they were slugfest against each other on the top rope. Trish tries for the satisfaction because it gets sent over the top rope to the floor. Lita tries to moonsault off the top, she misses. Uh, Finally, Trish goes for another satisfaction, but uh, doesn't get it. Hits the chick kick, if I can say it, gets a near fall, and Trish finally wins with the sharpshooter in Canada, so and gets the tap out win. And Trish Stratus is your new women's champion in her last match. Then we have the great TLC match between Edge, the champion, versus John Cena. If John Cena lost, he might have to go to SmackDown. He had signed a 3-year deal for SmackDown. If he won, and Edge would get him out of his hair or out of his life, and he'd go to SmackDown. But this was a great match. Edge ended up getting the win at SummerSlam in Cena's hometown. This was a great match. A lot of cool spots with Edge running up the ladder onto a dive on Cena. We see Edge hitting the Impaler DDT. Uh, we see Cena doing the STF with Cena trapped in the ladder, and which made no sense because Edge tapped out and you can't win a ladder match by tap out. Which okay. Then we see Edge trapped into a ladder and Cena smashes the ladder down on Edge. We also see Lita come out and push Cena off the ladder, falls through the table on the outside. Pretty good bump there. Then at one point, Edge is on the ladder, gets sent all the way to the outside, misses the first table but hits the second table, and pretty nasty fall right there. Ends up there's two tables stacked on each other in the ring. One of them falls off, so Cena has to put it back on. Goes out, beats up Edge some more, goes back up the ladder, tries to get the belt. Edge climbs up, tries to stop Cena, and gets FU'd through the two tables, and your new WWE champion John Cena in a good match. That I'd say the Hell in the Cell was actually better than the TLC match. I'm gonna go Hell in the Cell for the match of the night, followed by the TLC. Then there was also Carlito versus Randy Orton on this card. Great match there too. Ends with Carlito getting caught with an RKO out of midair, but a good back and forth and a great match too. So I would go with the Hell in the Cell 3-on-2 Big Show and the McMahons against DX. Then I'd go the main event with Edge and Cena in the TLC match. And Carlito Orton was good. Jeff and Johnny Nitro, the opening match was good. Kane and Umaga was what it was. At least they brawled at the end, so with double count out, it's alright. But then the crap match, obviously, is the tag team title match. You skip that match. The extras on here actually are pretty good. You have the unedited footage of DX. You've got Trish Stratus farewell interview, which is good, just thanks to fans, and can't believe she's very emotional during the interview and stuff like that. Then DX makes their way to the ring on Raw, and then Triple H versus McMahon from Raw, where McMahon ends up bloodying Triple H with the help of Shane and Big Show, and Vince makes it a no holds barred match and gets a pinfall victory on Triple H. But four extras on this, they're right there. So extra wise, pretty cool. They give you an extra match from Raw. Pretty cool disc artwork, the same as the cover with Cena on it. You could have put Edge there somewhere, but a great pay-per-view. Like I said, really one bad match. Manga can throw that in there for the not the greatest match, but everything else on here, fantastic. Even the women's match was great. Good stuff. 9 out of 10. Just because of those two kind of blah matches, the double count out finish, and Spirit Squad against the Highlanders for the tag titles, just not good. Carlito and Orton on here, a hidden gem, good stuff. Like I said, 3-on-2 handicap. Hell in the Cell was my favorite because of all the blood and the brutal nature of the match. Great stuff. And then the TLC match was pretty good too. But yeah, great pay-per-view. Highly recommend you go check it out. And for my next review, I am going with a TNA No Surrender 2005. Just some of the stuff on here. You got Raven and Abyss. You got the in a dog collar match. You got the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels versus Petey Williams. You got the phenomenal AJ Styles versus X-Pac Sean Waltman with special guest referee Jerry Lynn, and those are just some of the matches on here. Can't wait to watch this. I haven't watched this in a long time. I couldn't even tell you what happened and who won the matches. I have no idea. But there's your discard word for that one. But coming up this coming Sunday after work will be the or after NXT Battleground will be the review of this. This actually might wait till I'll wait till Tuesday. I might be off on Tuesday, so I'll wait next week. On one of my days that I have off, I will review No Surrender 2005. But as for now, this has been Unforgiven 2006. Great pay-per-view. Highly recommend you go check it out. Every match is good, like I said, except for that crap World Tag Title match. Go check it out. I hadn't seen this pay-per-view since basically since I bought the DVD, and I had seen the TLC match off here, a long time. So pretty cool, great stuff. Thank you guys for joining me. I will catch you guys in the next one.